Smart Chiropractor Show, research that matters. It is February, which means our Smart Chiropractors monthly campaign is all around the neck or the cervical spine. And if you've been following us, you know we talk about monthly campaigns, weekly topics, and daily posts as a framework and strategy to stay more consistent, to, as we say, teach and invite consistently. And our weekly topic is the neck pain solution no one is talking about. Before we talk about that, this segment is brought to you by the Smart Chiropractor. If you would like to power your smart patient journey, that means more new patients, better retention, more reactivations, all powered through automations. Check out The Smart Chiropractor today at thesmartchiropractor.com. Jason, this month was cervical spine. This week is the neck pain solution no one's talking about. And why do we phrase it that way? Because quite frankly, I haven't seen a headline lately talking about chiropractic on a major news organization, especially promoting the safety, the efficacy, who we are and what we do. Yes, as chiropractors, we can contribute so far and beyond pain alone. But right now, no matter where you are tuning in, listening, or watching, you have people in your town right now struggling with these issues who may not know that you're a potential solution for them. Not only a potential solution, but probably the best solution out there. How do you change that? You change that by teaching and inviting consistently. You change that by using bits of the research, putting it into the proper context so people can understand it, because believe me, if you've looked at a research paper lately, they're fantastic, but man, they will put you to sleep. There is a lot of lingo in there. It is not consumer friendly. It's not meant to be, but it is our job as chiropractors. It's your job as a practicing chiropractor in your community to understand what's going on and to then translate that information to meet your community where they're at. And the more that you teach and invite consistently, the bigger, the better, the more stable your practice will be. Jason, what are your thoughts?
You know, referencing, we were at a great event this weekend, and one of the speakers was Dr. Jerome Adams, the previous Surgeon General. And although I'll say we don't agree on everything, he was extremely, I'll say, open-minded. He recognized he had a position and acknowledged that not everybody would agree with that position, and that's okay, which is a very different philosophy than my way or the highway. We'll put that conversation to the side. Most of his focus was really about what he tried to do as Surgeon General when he was Surgeon General, very much around this topic. The opioid crisis has only gotten worse over time with this, whatever you want to call insanity we're going through right now. It has only accelerated people's stress, accelerated their pain, accelerated their need for pain relief specifically. Nobody's saying chiropractic is exclusively limited to pain relief, but it's pretty darn good at helping people who need it. You can't deny that part of it. And unfortunately, when we don't speak up loud enough, when we don't speak up consistently enough, and that's the name of the game, we don't need to be a megaphone, but we do need to keep on dripping information day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's the way it works. That's the reason why so many people are convinced, brainwashed, call it what you want, that the only and best solution for their pain is a painkiller. It's nuts. It's crazy. It makes no sense. The other side, the pharmaceutical, medical, political complex, does not let up. They do not relent. They are not going to stop. So, we are swimming against a tide of information constantly coming out at our communities. And, his message very clearly at the end, I was quite riveted at both him as a charismatic person who's reached the highest level of healthcare. I don't know how else to say it. It was amazing to hear his story and watch what he's accomplished. But his message really was, as ironic as what I'm about to say is that even he, as the top health professional in America, his message was that he can't do it alone. And I think as we saw from the results, that's obvious. He cannot do it alone. He was not responsible for swaying things one way or another. I got some private messages from those that saw some of my posts sort of going, how could you possibly? Well, I heard it, you didn't, so I have my opinion and you can make up whatever you want to. And what I heard was his sincere desire to encourage the thousands of chiropractors in the audience to focus on communicating your message on a local level. As much as he can get on television and stand in front of the president and the vice president or past president, past vice president, he only had so much power and doesn't have as much power as you do in your community. So he can play the political game and unfortunately not win, and he'll be the first to admit it. He's on the news. In fact, I read an article this morning after I saw him. Imagine that, articles are showing up with his name. And he is vocal about how little he was able to accomplish according to what he had hoped to accomplish, how difficult it was for him to pass legislation or even bring programs out to the public because of the pharmaceutical influence. But the message here and the reason why we do what we do and what we beg of you to listen and hear is that you have the ability to use these exact tools we're using right now to communicate with you, to communicate with your community. And the question is, well, what are you going to say? And the answer is, we give you those tools as part of the Smart Chiropractor. You can riff on them and make up your own if you'd like to. If you like writing copy and doing research and designing things yourself, go for it. If you want the easy route and work with the Smart Chiropractor, we're unattached to which way you do it, but we're passionate about trying to encourage you to do something. Get consistent. TIC. Teach, invite, consistently is the name of the game. Neck pain, back pain, whatever it is, the number one reason why most people are on opioids today, and in many cases becoming addicts and unfortunately dying of overdoses, let alone we can go on for hours about the other repercussions of family and work and the economy and just the insanity of it all. So much could change if we as chiropractors would stand up and speak proudly about what we do and why we do it, stop fighting amongst ourselves and start focusing on serving people. And serving people isn't just whining, I need more new patients. Who can I pay to advertise deep discounts to come on in? It's really about sharing your truth. It's about sharing what you know to be true, sharing the research, sharing the science, sharing testimonials, your experience, personal experience, clients and patients' experience. It's about sharing on a regular basis. As many of you want to complain, and I see it all over the place, you want to complain about Facebook, complain about Instagram, talk about how terrible it is, how damaging it is. I say BS. It is the absolute best tool this profession has ever had, may ever will have, to get your message to your community for free if you know how to use it. It just takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of energy, a little bit of passion, a little bit of desire, perhaps a little bit of direction, all little bits. Minor adjustments can make major impacts, and that's really what I got from it. And Jeff, I got to say, just got to acknowledge you and our team for taking such complex ideas and doing exactly what you said. Simplifying for real people to be able to easily read, easily digest, easily understand, and easily appreciate. And when you share it on a regular basis, you will be amazed at how many people thank you for sharing that stuff with them and their community. In this case, especially in the context of the opioid crisis, I think it's safe to say these are literally lifesavers.
Jason, thank you. It is real people making real decisions, and you as a real chiropractor out there tuned in, connecting with those individuals in your community. I think when we look back over the last, you just pick the time frame, 5 years, 2 years, 10 years, 25 years. It's not like we look back and say, man, chiropractors in the 50s, they had it different than we do. Now everybody works out, eats right, doesn't have any stress, has great biomechanics. No, hey, we're on our phones, we're on our computers. These things are embedded in our life and can be incredibly powerful communication tools, connection tools, but there's the other side of that coin. Gravity takes its toll, stress and strain takes its toll, facets get locked up, adhesions form, discs start to go through those degenerative processes, and you as a chiropractor being able to be out there, helping people understand the truth about their body, helping them find natural solutions to the challenges that they encounter, and ultimately achieve a higher quality of life. I don't think there's a higher calling out there. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.